So there was a unfortunate situation that occurred with a young black woman who was shot in the face and killed over a small situation regarding a pot of water. Now I don't know the details of it, so I can't really say it's that small, but I really wanted to just go into this article because the revelatory significance of numerology is very stark in this article, in the situation that occurred. An Illinois sheriff's deputy charged with murder and the death of a black woman shot in her face during a tense moment over a pot of water in her home and then discouraged his partner from trying to save her, authorities said Thursday. The details were in a court document filed in support of keeping fired Sangamon County Deputy Sean Grayson in custody without bond. County Circuit Judge Ryan M. Cadigan, however you pronounce that, agreed, denying Grayson pre-trial release at a hearing Thursday in Springfield. In a courtroom guarded by a dozen sheriff's deputies with three more patrolling the hall, Cadigan described the actions the former deputy is accused of as such a departure from the expectations of a civil society. Sonia Massey, who was 36, mind you, she's 36, right, was killed at her home in Illinois capital city, about 200 miles, 322 kilometers, 322. 322. What does 322 represent? It represents the order of death. It represents Skull and Bones. South of Chicago, after deputies responded to her 911 call about a possible prowler early on July 6, 7-6. Prosecutors alleged that after Grayson allowed Massey to move a pot of water heating on the stove and she set it on the counter, Grayson then aggressively yelled at Massey over the pot and pulled his 9mm number 9 as well, right? Massey then put her hands in the air, declared "I'm sorry," and ducked for cover before being shot in the face. Wow. Grayson also discouraged the other deputy from getting his medical kit. Prosecutor said, "That's crazy. That's crazy." What did she say? Like, how aggressive was she? Wow. That's crazy though. But yeah, man, I just wanted to just read that little short, brief article in regards to a situation that occurred in Chicago. And the significance of numerology is there. You know, the number 9, the number 76, number 6, 36. You know, it's a lot. 322 representing the order of Skull and Bones, or the order of death as well. Very, very important for us to understand, you know, the surface aspect that's more than meets the eye. Basically, beyond the surface. Skull and Bones, also known as the Order 322, or the Brotherhood of Death, is an undergraduate senior secret student society at Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut. The oldest senior class society at the university, Skull and Bones has become a cultural institution known for its powerful alumni and various conspiracy theories. And it's crazy because last year in 2023 marked 322 years since its inception. 2023, 223. So as above, so below concept, just when it comes to the conveyance in regards to, you know, it being 322 years since its inception. When it comes to Yale, it's been 322 years since its inception. That's not a coincidence. That's why 2023, a lot of stuff occurred when it comes to like a certain athlete getting cardiac arrest, quote unquote, because it coincided with the theme of 2023, which represented death. The number 6 also being associated with 2023, especially when it comes to the Bill Russell tribute in the NBA, 322. Right, so it's very important for us to understand the numerological aspect just on the left-hand side, because it's pervasive, especially, you know, on the undertone, the undercurrent. Then you look at this logo right here. Now, a lot of people call me crazy for this, but when you look at the Denver Nuggets logo, it kind of, it kind of replicates this to a degree. To a degree, I'm not saying it does 100%. And for some reason, it just reminded me of this logo when it comes to the Denver Nuggets winning the championship in the same year that represents 322, 223, 322. See the skull and the bones, that's like in the cross. The same thing with the Denver Nuggets logo. You got the ball, and then you have the two shovels that's like in a cross. So, I could be bugging, y'all could make y'all little jokes and say, oh yeah, this nigga tripping. But at the end of the day, just when it comes to conveyances and how things correlate, just when it comes to the underlying, it's always there. It's always prevalent. Whether you can put it together or not, it's always going to be prevalent, especially the underlying thing. There's going to be things that connect that people wouldn't even grasp, but it's always there. By no means am I saying that what the woman did was wrong. She didn't deserve what she got. But at the same time, it's important for us to understand how we react to situations, how we react to people, especially if we don't really know them like that, if we don't know, their capabilities. That's why, sometimes it's always good to just take the high route. At the end of the day, it's important for us to know who we are. You're not soft, and it's okay for you to, answer when it comes to like any sort of situation that's in front of you, to answer it with, some sort of respect and discernment and understanding, as well as, knowing how to move meticulously. You don't always got to be rah-rah and tough, Sometimes it's important for us to, be calm and cool in certain situations, even if on an outset or just when it comes to optically, we may look quote unquote soft. A soft answer turneth away wrath. You gotta be smart. Who gives a fuck about whether you're soft or not, or whether they deem you soft or not? Somebody touch you, show them. But at the end of the day, when stuff like this is in your way, it's always important for you to understand that you never know how somebody may react to your reaction, or you never know how somebody may react to your initiation. That's why I don't get mad at people who, react a certain way based off of my initiation. And I'm just saying that in a certain scenario, this doesn't even occur a lot. But if someone initiates something to me, they can't get mad at my reaction because they don't know me. They don't know what I'm going through in that day. They don't know what I'm thinking. They don't know my mentality. And that's the problem with people. They so simple-minded to the point where it's almost entitlement. Like they get mad at you for your reaction when they don't even know you. I can't get mad at you because I don't know you. I'm the one that initiated. So how can I get mad at you? I'm coming at you. Like I remember a situation where I was listening to music on my headphones, and this guy came up to me and started saying something to me. Mind you, I'm listening to music. I don't want to talk to you. And he, I'm trying to give him that number, like that hint, like, hey, listen, I'm good. I don't want to talk to you. So he says something to me to the degree of asshole or something like that. He says, oh, you asshole. And I'm just like, bro, like, how you gonna get mad at me and you don't even know me? You came to me. You don't know me. You don't even know if I'm blind or deaf. Like that's the presumption and the entitlement that I'm talking about. Like a lot of people have this presumption, this entitlement way about them, because we live in a world where a lot of people sometimes they get caught up and don't know how to like be still and think for a second. Like, hey, not everybody thinks the way that you do. Not everybody believes in what you believe in. Not everybody walks your walk. And I say that to say, like, that's what enables us to do things like that. It's that sort of like presumption, entitlement type of shit. You get that a lot from people who be simple. Some people who like express empathy, they understand. They know how to move in that way where they're not gonna put themselves in that type of situation, or they're not gonna jump the gun with a presumption. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. That's why I stay to myself for the most part, because a lot of people, they got this group think type of mentality, Not to digress though, but like just going into Proverbs 18:6, where it says, "A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes." So if you're someone that's like, you going at it with somebody, and you take it there with what you say, that's on you. That's on you. Hold your peace. Sometimes it's important to be smart, meticulous, understand that, in certain situations, something tragic could occur. That's why a lot of people, they get caught up in situations where they meet their demise because of something they said or whatever. They probably done took it there with their level of disrespect. So that's why you gotta walk a certain way. You gotta be more meticulous. Like, you gotta walk in a way where it's circumspect. You understand that a lot of people got demons on them. A lot of people have these issues, these situations that they're going through. So sometimes it's like you always got to consider. A lot of people lack consideration just when it comes to like just everyday walk. You got to consider and think about, what a person is capable of and what they're thinking about and just their being, like what personifies them on a day-to-day, to the point where that there could be a situation that could be left or right based off of whatever mood they in, so on and so forth. That's what I mean. Like, that's why you can't express this certain level of entitlement. And sometimes, we as human beings, we get caught up. But then again, that's why I say, like, you got to take your time, sit back and be still. Like, listen, But yeah, man, a fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes, meaning, situations where his mouth could put him in a bad situation because he took it there with whatever he said, how he said it, so on and so forth. And this applies to the situation that occurred when it comes to that article that I read, but it's not justifiable. I'm just saying that to say that you never know how someone may react. Yeah, it was wrong, but we could do better based off of how we initiate things, or just based off of how we say things. Because I don't even think she really initiated anything, but still, it's like, that man, he took it there based off of how aggressive she was, even though he shouldn't have done that. But the point is, you just never know where somebody may go with something. You know what I mean? And just to further, encapsulate the video, just with verse 7, a fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. Very important to watch what you say, how you say it. We already know the power is in the tongue. What you say can cause whatever situation to occur that can be tragic. Very important for us to be discernful, meticulous. We got to be smart. Like, at the end of the day, we already know we're grown men. We know how to move. Very, very important for us to utilize our scruples in these days, because there's a lot of demon on a lot of people. You never know where somebody may take it.